Game Face.
Welcome to Real Dad Bro Talk, where all the guys come to hang out. 100% real talk with Matt and company. Here we go.
All right.
Little Hand says it's time to rock and roll.
Bring the noise. Welcome to another epic episode of RDBT. You got Matt and Nick in the house, man, for another good episode right tonight, man. But I'm actually home tonight. Where are you at? What do you got going on? How you been?
Buddy, once again, I am home, but I think it is a little unbelievable that we are both home this week doing the episode.
It's very weird. I mean, it almost didn't happen. You almost caught me in traveling and doing that the other day, but we switched it to today. So, and and to the audience, man, let's just, if you're listening, we are going to try to continue to do this on a regular basis, but there's this thing that's called life, and it really is a bitch sometimes, and it gets in the way. And even today, I feel like we both been pretty busy, and even today, this time is a struggle because I've been traveling more for my job, which means, the wifey and the kiddies, they want daddy time. So fortunately, podcast has to happen too, man. So you got to make that, and you're busy. What do you got going on? You got all kinds of stuff going on this month.
Dude, I got a wedding tomorrow that I'm in, which I'm crossing my fingers the rain holds off because they decided to do an outdoor wedding, so this ought to be interesting.
Do they have any chance to put it inside?
Does not equal a good time. But
what happens if it rains? Is there a backup plan?
I have no idea.
Plan B?
We're going to find out. It's not my wedding. I'm just showing up.
Okay.
We got that. I got moving into my new house at the end of the month.
Mm-hmm.
So I haven't been traveling, but it's been busy on both sides. So I'm glad we were able to get in tonight and get another episode in.
No, I definitely hear you, man. All that stuff sounds, one of the things that I hate, like, so in your mind, obviously a lot of cool things are happening because you're like, oh man, this is a new house, and just, that's exciting. That part is the exciting part. Getting in there and making memories in a new home and things like that is pretty cool. But packing and moving and then the unpacking is one of the biggest bitches of the entire world, if you ask me. And it's almost to the point where if you had the money, you'd pay somebody to do it, wouldn't you?
Buddy, I tried that. I called a company today.
Yeah.
Because I've never even looked into it to see how much it was. So
I bet you about shit your pants.
I filled out a form online. It told you I had to say, like, a room by room, what you have in there, furniture, TV, dressers. You send it off. They call you. So call me today. And she goes, all right, well, we'll go through all of it again. So we spent about 15 minutes on the phone. She goes, all right, so for about 4 hours of work,
I'm ready.
$1,100. I said,
that's it?
Night. $1,100, bud.
Nah, man, I tried to move, and they were trying to charge me like $1,800. These people are nuts, and they weren't even going to pack nothing for me. Were they going to pack for you?
No, we were doing everything.
Okay. Oh,
they were basically just putting it on the truck and moving it.
And you know what it is? And even if they charge you the $1,100, and they say it's per hour, right? Is that what they said?
It was like $209 an hour, and then there was a fee for distance and truck and shit like that. But it all come out to $1,100. And
they'll be done in 2 hours, you know that, right? But you paid for 4.
Well,
you don't get that back.
All right with that.
But you don't get that back.
They charge per hour. It's like an estimate. They estimate 4 hours from the time they show up and from the time they close the door and leave the new house.
And either that or they're just going to milk that 4 hours, dude. They're going to make their money.
Well, they were talking.
You ain't getting that money back.
She was making it sound good. She's like, well, we're going to shrink wrap all your furniture and this and that. In my head, I'm thinking, all that's going to do is take longer. Just get the shit on there. Let's go.
Yep. Man, that sucks. I hate moving.
I don't think we'll be taking that route. Looks like manual labor it is.
Man. Dude, that sucks, though. Are you getting a U-Haul?
Yeah.
Yeah. Man, it's going to suck, though. I mean, good for you guys. I'm happy for you guys to get that stuff. But moving and packing and unpacking, how long do you think it's going to take you to unpack? Are you the type of person that gets in and then you unpack right away? Or, like, as you need something, then you start unpacking?
We've been here 5 years. We probably still have shit in boxes never been opened. It's more of get the essentials out, and then the rest of it you just kind of do when you have free time, which now that we have a kid is zero. So it may be a year or so before everything actually gets back out of a box. But we'll see. It'll be interesting.
Oh, yeah. I got boxes of stuff. But I pretty much, man, when we moved from the old house to this house, we got like a big old dumpster. And I'm not joking, man. If I felt like I didn't touch it for a second, I chucked it. And then we even had to have it come and like dumped out and then redid it again because I was like, I'm not taking anything that just for 2 seconds crossed my mind that I didn't need it. I got rid of it. Some of the things I'm kind of like bummed I got rid of now though, but was definitely not ready for that. But no, moving and packing and just all that stuff is just the biggest. I hear you, man. But no, so I'm gonna go into not brought to you by. I'm going to do a not brought to you by, man. So we've talked about this previously. And previously when we talked about a not brought to you by, I had mentioned that the USPS issue with my phones, right? That was shit. You said USPS sucks. I was blaming AT&T. I mean, you name it. All that jazz, right? So since the last time we spoke, man, I don't think I connected with you for a minute on this either. But AT&T has since... because there is a non-returns fee, right, on my account that has supposed to have been fixed for shit, I don't know, a month and a half now, right? And it's not getting fixed. So AT&T has literally suspended my phone 2 times, although they have told me that everything is kosher, you're good, we're going to take care of this in 24 hours. And even if I call back, because if I don't see that credit on there, I'll call back in 48 hours and say, hey, man, the credit's not showing up. What's going on? Oh, the supervisor just needs to review this. You're good. Don't worry about it. To the point where 2 times now, legitimately, one time was when I was using a GPS in Detroit, didn't know where the hell I was, and I couldn't use my phone. And the other time was, again, while I was trying to travel and go to Dayton, and then they shut my phone off. And you know how many hours I've spent on the phone and in the AT&T stores to just constantly battle until finally I found a gentleman here that went to bat for me and completely understood my frustrations. You know, it's just asinine how they're penalizing me, especially when it shows that it's been delivered and it's in their possession. I mean, you name it. All this stuff is just crazy. To where he's like, you need to credit this gentleman's bill immediately. This is crazy. And he went to bat, right? And next thing you know, the guy on the other line tells me can't help him. Can't help him. He tells me tells him that I got to pay the entire bill, a $1,200 bill, and wait for them to reimburse me the money. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I returned these phones in February. I ain't seeing that money. If I pay that bill, I am never going to see that money. So I told him to go kiss my you-know-what. So then they got a different guy on the phone finally, and finally 2. Now 2 guys, one guy understands what's going on, another guy finally understands it and tells me, by the end of the day, sir, I'm going to take care of this. We got it done, blah, blah, blah. We're going to credit your account. And by tomorrow, a manager is going to call you, and he's going to see what else we can do to help you, because this is one of the craziest things I've seen, and blah, blah, blah. So I'm going to ask you this, man. What do you think my bill shows today? At this moment in time, my day with AT&T was on, I'm going to say Monday. That sounds like a fair day, I think. Monday. What do you think? Do you think that my credit's on there yet?
I'm going to say that's a big negative.
Nah. Still not on there. No phone call from any type of management whatsoever about the situation. So guess what I'm going to have to do again tomorrow at some point is get on the phone with these imbeciles and tell them, you know, I actually had one of the guys that told me no to help me, said he read on the account, man, that said on May 25th, your account was due $870 credit. He's telling me this. He's like, I see it on there. And I'm like, okay, then what's the issue? I can't do that. What do you mean? You see it's supposed to be there? You mean like everything's on there? And the fool literally told me that he couldn't do it. So AT&T, at this point in time, your customer service is a fucking joke. Like, you had me to the point where I was dropping F-bombs in stores, and I don't do that. And to the point where I felt so bad about the whole situation when I was talking to somebody on the phone, I had to apologize to everybody in the store. It wasn't no one else in there. It was just me. To make that clear, it wasn't kids or something in the store. I wasn't, like, yelling. But I was very, very frustrated that my phone got shut off again for something that was out of my control, and that wasn't because of me whatsoever, and because of them. And they've done it twice, and they don't take the time to actually read the account. But this is costing me time away from what I do. You know what I mean? Like, what if some big dude's calling me and like, hey, man, I want all this for my day-to-day job, and I missed that call because of AT&T. They owe me, man. Well, what do you think I should ask? When this stupid manager actually gets a hold of me, if he does, what do you think I should ask for? I'm gonna go for it. What do you think?
100%. You get your credit, and you get the fuck off of AT&T.
Right?
There's no possible way, with all the crap they put you through, that they have earned your business.
It's
Take
absolutely insane.
Else.
And you know, and to be able to shut somebody's phone off 2 times when you have all the notations in the account, and you have incident reports and confirmation numbers, and you have this laundry list of stuff that's going on. And then you promise me, as I'm leaving the store multiple times, that this is going to be taken care of in 24 hours. And in 24 hours, I check, and it's still not taken care of, and that the manager has not reached out to me. I'm lost for words at this point. Like, it's almost, I'm trying to be cool about it, but it's kind of comical that this is still going on a month and a half later. And I mean, am I like in a twilight zone because of how easy this should be? I mean, like, I have 2 tracking numbers that I provide, and it says delivered to agent and both the tracking numbers. Like, what am I missing as to why I don't get my damn money back for them trying to say I haven't returned the phones? I'm confused.
I can't answer that one, brother. I have
really
absolutely
confused.
no idea.
If that was me and you, that's black and white, man. You know what I mean? You would literally be like, you would talk to the other person from AT&T and be like, you're a moron. Give me somebody else. Right? No,
Yep.
These people are, yeah. So, AT&T, you seriously blow. Your DirecTV stuff is outrageously outpriced already. So you've already lost that business. And now you're definitely, totally have got me so pissed off. The only thing that's keeping me with AT&T, bro, is how much money it would cost to cancel that stuff because I'd have to pay for my phones. My final bill would be bullshit, and it wouldn't be fun. So once that stuff, I don't know if I have to stick it out, or I don't know. It just sucks, dude, to be treated this way. Worst case, the bottom line, dude's going to take care of my bill. I'm going to tell him that flat out. Be like, nah, $870 ain't going to cut it, dude. You probably cost me some business. Take care of the whole thing this time. Credit me whatever the bill is for 2 months. Do that, and I might be happy about it. What do you think? I'm going to do that. I'm going to say, give me like $1,500 credit and eat it.
Can't
eat it,
hurt to
AT&T.
try, I don't think
suck.
you're going to get that, but it can't hurt to try.
Oh, I'm going to rip some ass, dude. Not ass like a fart. I'm going to rip their ass.
You can try that.
You know what I
well.
mean?
Maybe that would just get you out of the store.
I'll do what I do. No, I'll lock the door. I'll hotbox their ass in there. And crop dust the shit out of everybody, and I'll blame that person. Yeah.
I'll be looking for you on the news tomorrow night.
Oh man, you said you had a not brought to you by. Was it your moving people?
No, the one I have is for every dad, bro, boyfriend, someone bored that just is trying to find something on TV.
Okay.
Everyone's got a show that they don't want to watch.
Oh snap!
But their wife, their girlfriend, their significant other, whatever, may be into it. So it's like, all right, cool, I'll watch it.
Sure.
So one of those
I got
shows, the Miss America competition.
What? You're an idiot.
What is the best part of the Miss America competition?
I'm going to say because you're talking about that show, you're talking about the swimsuit part, probably.
The swimsuit. There's no other reason you would sit through with your whatever and watch this show. You watch for the swimsuit. It makes it doable. All right, I'll watch them answer these stupid questions, talk about world peace and hunger and whatever they want to talk about.
It's so scripted,
point,
though. I mean, you know what it's going to do.
Exactly. But I know at some point that swimsuit competition's coming on, and it's going to make it worth it.
You're such an idiot.
So what do they decide to do? let's get rid of the swimsuit competition. Let's get rid of the only reason any guy wants to watch this stupid show. I'm frustrated. I'm mad. If my wife
what'd they
wants
replace
to watch
it with?
she can watch it. I don't know. Maybe a book reading session. I don't know what it is, but
Could they all read the book?
Session is out, and I am not happy about it. And this my portion of not brought to you by is the idiots that run the Miss America competition.
So,
you guys suck.
So does your wife know that this angers you so much? I'm just curious. She will soon. Oh my gosh! I can't believe you said that.
I read that.
I can't believe that. That was not what I expected. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was not ready for that one, man.
I've been holding that one in for a few days ever since I saw it. As soon as I saw it, next episode is not brought to you by these idiots.
So did you mother F them out loud or just in your head? Is your wife sitting next to you while you're watching this? Huh?
I mean, if she was watching it, I would turn. I don't think I would make a special time to sit there and by myself watch that thing. Right. But if my wife's got it turned on, I'd sit there and watch it because I knew that part of the show was coming on at some point.
So your wife wanted to watch this show?
Oh, yeah.
Why does she want to watch this show? What's entertaining? What's the entertaining part?
I have no idea what the entertainment part of that stupid thing is. I know what my entertainment was, and they took that away. But I don't know what her entertainment is for it.
You have to try to find a way to convince her to watch the Victoria's Secret show, maybe, and you gotta lie to her and tell her they talk just like Miss America, and that they don't do swimsuit contests either. So it's all good.
It's the only thing I have left.
Oh man, you think? Hey, on that type of a topic though, for real, do you think that cheerleaders are gonna go away in the NFL, and like in the NBA?
Oh, I hope not. I mean, it's not something like if I'm watching on TV, it's not like you really ever see them. But I mean, if you go to a game, you're gonna look that way a few times. But
no, I'm saying like what I've heard is that the cheerleaders are feeling. I mean, obviously because of the way that a lot of times that they make them dress and things way too showy, parts of the body and things like that, to where. They're not being respected at all. I mean, honestly, do you think people are really looking at them and be like, oh man, she busted a move, man, she's badass? No. So that's what I think they're looking at here, and maybe they don't get rid of cheerleaders, but I think what's coming next for sure is to have a lot less revealing clothing.
You know what?
I can see why.
Then don't do it. What do they want to wear? Trench coats and jeans?
You're going to hell. You're going to hell, man.
You know, when you're doing that, what it is you're going to be wearing. It is no secret. They're not going to just pull out some skimpy outfit and you're like, holy crap, I didn't know I was going to be wearing that.
Man.
You know what you're getting into.
Hey, I'm going to... Nick's wifey. I'm sorry. I had no idea this was going to start going down this road with him. About the Miss America swimsuits, the cheerleaders need to not wear clothes. I was simply saying that they were probably either going to go away with them, or make them wear trench coats and jeans. That's what I'm trying to say. I mean, you're going down a totally different road, and you're throwing me for a loop on this. Man, what are you drinking? Let's go. What's the drink of the week for you? Because I feel like whatever you're doing now, we need to take it down a notch. What is it?
But all I'm drinking tonight is water.
That is a flat out lie.
I'm drinking a bottle of water.
That's probably Everclear moonshine. What's going on? Something's going on there. There will be some
alcohol I might sip tomorrow, but. Tonight and the last couple weeks. So my buddy we had to order all of our groomsmen outfits and everything. Yeah. And everything was a little, I'm a man. I'm a big boy. So it's a little snug. So I had to
40.
cut
I'm a
off
man.
the drinking for the last couple of weeks to make sure I fit in this thing. And
oh, jeez.
So you're on a water diet. The front of this wedding So we'll see that.
So basically, what you're saying is that is there gonna be kids and stuff at this wedding, right? I mean, I imagine for the wedding part. So what you're really worried about is that you really are worried about the kids, and people legitimately may think that there is like a giant bear in a tuxedo, and you're trying to make it not look as much like a bear. That's what I'm hearing. Right?
I'll sign autographs. Hey, you were talking about, what were we talking about Bigfoot the other day? I'm just, maybe they saw me running around. They saw this big beard.
But all you got is the beard, man. You got next time you trim the beard, you got to glue it to your head. So you can get the hair on the head, you know.
They can have some of my hair back.
Oh, my goodness, dude. Something's wrong with you today.
We went down a weird road to start this.
You went down the weird road, man. I don't know where you went.
This is a weird.
You threw me for a loop with the Miss America thing, man. I was totally just dissing the shit out of AT&T, and then you come down with swimsuits and Miss America and really pissed off mode right there. So, what is the dress? So, okay, so what? Let's say the wedding's tomorrow or the rehearsal?
The actual wedding's tomorrow night.
A Friday wedding? Tomorrow's Friday, right?
Friday wedding.
Is that normal? Am I missing something? That's not normal, is it?
I didn't think it was. I was talking to my wife. Apparently, it's more common than you think. I think ours was on a Saturday.
Yeah, I think most of them are Saturdays.
Get in trouble if I'm wrong.
And like wedding rehearsals are usually like Friday the night before.
I guess it's not as uncommon as you would think. It's got to be cheaper, I would imagine.
Probably cheaper is what it is. Yeah, for sure. Definitely cheaper.
If it is, it's a smarter route. I would do it on a Friday just to be cheaper than doing it on a Saturday.
So what are you drinking tomorrow? Beer or liquor? Or both?
Probably a little bit of both. Probably a couple shots as soon as we get there, just to get everyone in a good mood for the wedding, and then reception is open bar. So there's going to be a lot of probably just beer consumed.
That's crazy. I had one shot on my wedding. I had a shot of Jack before it, but then my wife was pregnant with Aiden, so I felt real bad, so I didn't drink anymore.
I don't know about you, but I didn't have time to drink. Nobody was pregnant at my wedding, and we had tons.
You didn't have
of
time
alcohol.
to drink. What do you mean?
You get so damn busy. You're saying hi to this person, saying hi to that person.
Before the wedding,
to do the cakes. It's time to do this dance, do that dance. You just don't have time to drink.
That's crazy. You get people bringing you drinks if you wanted to. You be like, hey, shot me, and they're bringing you shots. You know that. You didn't take advantage of the situation is what you did.
Apparently, I didn't.
You didn't play that game
I went
right
home
at all.
Hungry and sober at my wedding.
Hungry?
Yeah, I did.
How are you hungry?
We ended up, when we went back to the hotel after the wedding, we ended up ordering a pizza because we were both fucking hungry.
What? Why didn't you eat at the wedding?
You get busy, man.
Didn't you get like leftovers and stuff too, or something? Didn't they like save the food?
I mean, I'm sure there was, but I'm not taking a to-go box in my limo to the hotel. I don't think that's very cute.
You know what you shouldn't take it to go of ever? Is like a Genji's or a Japanese steakhouse, and then like leave it in your car for like 30 minutes, and then you come back because it legitimately smells like the worst stale farts that have ever hit your nose. It's nasty. Don't do it. If you get one of those to go, you go home with the windows down. Because I made that mistake too many times. When you open the door, it hits you in the face, and it's not appetizing no more because it smells that bad. Anyways, now I'm drinking. So what am I drinking on right now? Oh, Moscow Mule with some cherry ginger beer though. So it's good shit though. I didn't feel like doing a beer this time. I feel like I'm getting fat as shit because I'm on the road now and I'm eating like fattening food more than I've ever ate fattening food, and like pop has become my fucking go-to. So I'm trying to stay away from like the beers and the pops again and try not to be as fat as I am right now. Sucks being old. Bud. I know. I can't swing it like I used to, like that. I used to be able to eat that type of stuff and still look legit. Now it's like, you could tell I ate a double cheeseburger that day because it looks like I have a baby in my belly. You know? Can't do that no more. Anyways, that'll be my drink of the week. It's just vodka. Vodka. Not scotch. I've tried scotch. You like scotch?
Nah, it's not terrible. That's not something I go searching for, but I'll drink it if it's there.
I drink it with ice and water, and that's a tough drink for me to do it that way. But guess what's coming up, man? In what, 10 days?
I think it is exactly 10 days.
10 days. It is Father's Day. Yes?
It is.
So, what do you got going on?
Buddy, I ain't even going to lie. So, like I said, I'm moving at the end of the month. Unfortunately, I have a job where overtime is just about whenever you want it. So, my guess is come Father's Day, I will be spending an extra shift at work to make sure we can get everything we need to get for when we move at the end of the month. Yeah. That's a little important to me than having a day of relaxation or whatever it is you're doing. Sure. So my guess is probably spending 16 and a half hours at work on Father's Day.
That kind of sucks.
Fun.
Well, a lot of fathers, they're doing all kinds of stuff. They're probably going to do cookouts or spending time with either their dad or, there's people are spending time with you because you're the father of them, things like that. But I'm going to get kind of real for a moment. And my wife and my two oldest and then my youngest are actually flying down to Florida on that Thursday before Father's Day. So they're actually flying down June 14th to go see my wife's mom because this might be the last time my kiddos get to actually see her alive, which is pretty rough. It's one of those things that's cancer is an absolute bitch, and this is not brought to you by cancer, that's for sure. And this is a real moment. It's going to be tough, man. So I'm going to spend time with Aiden. Here on Father's Day. He did say he wanted to go golfing with Daddy, so we're going to go golfing for the first time together. I found him a cheap little kid set of golf clubs. Was it like $20 or something? You know what I mean? Just so he can come out and have some fun. But I know in the back of my mind it's not going to be I'll be enjoying it with him, but I'm going to be thinking about my wife's mom and just hoping it just goes. I don't know. You know how it is. It's just hard to talk about that stuff. I don't have any right answers to talk to my wife about this stuff. I have nothing to say but to let her know that I'm here and that, obviously whenever she needs anything, I'm here to listen and just to give her a shoulder and a hand and whatever I can to help her get through this, because it's not going to be, it'll be tough, man. It'll be really, really tough. So we've all been affected somehow, some way. We've known somebody or been affected by cancer, and it's absolutely just a crushing disease, and it's just no bueno. So on the different note too, when it comes to that stuff, as always always check and get screened for that stuff no matter what. If you catch it early enough, there's a lot of stuff that can be done to help you. So that's my little advice on that part. But don't take it lightly, man. Stuff's no joke. So anyways, so Father's Day is a big day. Do you think it's a Hallmark holiday?
Absolutely.
Me too, man. I think because when you talk about Mother's Day, and we obviously we all do it anyways, but it's like, come on, man. I tell them, I hope you don't just take one day to celebrate your mom, your wife, things like that. If you got kids, I don't know. So same thing with this. It's not, if we did nothing on Father's Day, I'm cool with that. I'd be completely content with that, because if we just sat out and ate some burgers, you know what I mean? I don't really care. Turkey burgers. I'm watching my diet, you know what I mean? But they can have regular burgers. But I would be okay with that. What do you think if you had
I think a perfect Father's Day to me.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask you.
From sunrise to sunset, not leaving the house. Mm-hmm. Getting favorite lunch made, probably at dinner time, cooking out. I would probably say hamburgers and brats is always a good way to go.
You like brats?
I absolutely love brats. A few brewskis, and just relaxing for the day. I think that would probably be my perfect Father's Day. Or just get a day at home with the family, have a good time, and go nowhere.
I respect that. So my wife loves brats too. Absolutely loves brats. And for the longest time, I'd probably say for the last gonna say 6 years, right? She loves brats. I pretended to love brats for 6 years. And finally, one day, she wanted brats another time, and I looked at her with this face of like, why, like in a way, like, why again, you know? But I was like, I gotta be real with you. And she just looked at me and she's like, what? I was like, I really don't dig brats like that at all, man. Like, I'm just not a big brat guy. And she looked at me like, are you kidding me? You told me you love brats and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I did it because you did it. I sucked it up. Like, I would eat those things so fast just because if it happened faster, I felt like I wouldn't taste it as much. I don't know what it is about the brats. I like hot dogs. I feel like the brats are just like a big sausage. And I'm not a fan of sausage. And it just doesn't. So? I don't like it, man. Well, that kind of, yeah, I'm not a fan of that sausage either, but sausage on a hot dog bun. The brat, I'm not digging it. I don't know. She's kind of taken back a little bit by that because I've always acted like I'm a big brat guy, but I'm not a brat guy. So I respect your brat.
I think you're spending too much time in that state up north there with that sentence you just.
Sausage?
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense what you just said to me.
Brats are American, bud.
I'm as American as you can get, but a brat, I just don't dig a brat, man. I just don't like the brats. There's got to be something you like. Do you like apple pie?
Absolutely.
What else is really American? Mac and cheese.
As long as it's Kraft.
I'm running out of things to think that are really American, to be honest with you. Pizza. You like pizza, right?
Oh, everybody likes pizza, bud.
Whatever. You know what I'm talking about. Some things people just don't like certain things. It is what it is. Whatever. Gotcha. So, have you had to give like any lessons to your little girl yet? Like about like like this is a dad moment. I'm going to teach you something, and this is the way I'm going to direct you and point you in the right direction for life as you grow older. Have you had that moment yet at all, or is it more of a? Just
I think she's still young enough where it's kind of hard to pass on any wisdom other than don't touch the oven or don't make the dog so angry that it's growling and wants to bite your head off. I think those moments are getting closer though. She's understanding more and being able to spit back sentences back at us, and I think a lot of those moments are coming. But right now, for where we're at, a lot of it's kind of just stuff she probably shouldn't be doing. Getting into this, getting into that, touching this, touching that. It's I think that time is quickly coming upon us of trying to pass on some of that wisdom, but so far I think she's still young enough for it. You would say something and she just look at you and go, okay, and have no clue what it is you're talking about.
Sure, I get it, man. No, like I'm coming into this time where I'm trying to find my place as because Riley's 13, right? And it's the boys thing. Totally the boys thing. And
that is one I'm not looking forward to.
It drives me bonkers that, she calls it, like, she'll talk to a boy, like, one day, and the other boyfriend, girlfriend. I'm like, wait, what do you mean? How can that even possible? You can't do that. And then she's like, you don't need a boyfriend. And I'm like, he doesn't love you. He's 13. I'm trying to be like, get it in her head a little bit that you're 13 years old. This isn't going to be like you're not going to be with him when you're 28. Just saying. Probably not. And I'm just trying to kind of find that line, though, because you want her to have fun, right? But then, as a dad, see where it is? It's complicated. Because, in a way, like, her friends are all into the boys thing, and she's into the boys thing, and she literally asked this dude, right? She came to me. She told me this guy, his name, I'm going to say his name. But, he said, this is my boyfriend. I'm like, I haven't even heard this dude in my life. How'd you find this guy? Who is he? And she tells me, like, 2 seconds, like, oh, I don't know. And then, like, 20 minutes later, she's like, can he come over and play? I'm like, not in my house. Hell no, he ain't coming to my house. I don't know him. I'm like, I didn't even talk to his dad or his parents or nothing. Like, nah, I need to know who he is. I need to get a background check on him. I need all this information before I'm allowed to even step into my house. And I need to talk to his dad, because if his dad's a douche, I mean, what do you think? Right?
Yep.
Dad's a douche, he's probably going to be a douchebag. And you're just going to, it's kind of the way it is, right? So, I'm trying to, for the dad lesson there, I'm asking people for some damn help on, what do you do? Do you let mom just step in and handle this? But I feel like if I do that, mom might be a little bit more like, it's okay, you know, good boy. But I'm going to be like, no. He can come over and we'll shoot shotguns together. And, you know, that type of a thing.
I think that's where you let him come over and just strike the fear of God in him as soon as he walks in.
Yeah.
And see what he does.
But I'm gonna play real with you. This is Real Dad Bro Talk, right? Would you be afraid of me?
No, I don't think I would be, bud.
I know. I need to get bulked up, man. I need to start just like getting fucking ripped and shooting testosterone shots in my ass on my own, and like drinking HGH every day and just getting ripped. Just so I can.
It doesn't help that the 13-year-old might be taller than you too.
Same
that
height.
doesn't really
Same
help.
height.
Is he?
She, it's a she.
No,
And
the boyfriend or whatever the guy is.
No. Oh, I don't know. I didn't let him come over here. There's a good possibility he's probably my height. There's probably a 98% chance that next year they'll be taller than me, and I got to figure some shit out. You know what I mean?
So for Father's Day, I should get you a step ladder.
No, give me a Nugenics. You've seen Frank Thomas in those commercials. He looks ripped.
Yeah.
That's what I need. I need some of that crap.
We'll call up Barry Bonds, see what it was he was using.
No, his head got huge, dude. You got like a fucking huge head. I don't want a huge head like that.
I'd be scared of him if I was dating his daughter and walked in and saw him.
You'd be scared because he looks like his head's going to blow up, and he's going to like, not because he's going to do anything to you, his dome just looks terrifying. So I guess maybe you're right, but yeah, his head looked massive.
Whatever works, man.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to do that thing though. But, so I don't want to talk about it too much because it's absolutely depressing to me, and I'm so pissed. Just, I'm in the moment right now, today, where it was so sensitive still that I haven't even went to the ESPN website. I haven't listened to any talk show radio. I was actually listening to a Christian radio station today, just trying to, you know, I listened to it too, but thinking like, why would they ever talk about the game, right? I mean, and what happens? And they talk about the game, and I immediately change the station. But like, what the hell? What in the hell? This is just like reminding me of back when it was just LeBron, and when Kyrie and Kevin Love weren't even available because they were hurt, and it was just like, just the talent is just, what the hell is going on? How is Golden State players just so much better at making contested shots than we are? I don't understand it. Like, in all reality, I know you always kind of look at well, if this would have happened, this could have happened. In all reality, they could be up 2-1. Am I wrong?
They very well could have been. They should have at least had one of those.
Like last night, they should have. I get it, KD, but why is Kevin? You know what? At that time when KD is just smoking hot from all over the place, doesn't matter where he's shooting from, there's a 90% chance it's going in because he's in the zone. You got to put the best defensive player that you have on him, and who's that best defensive player?
I would put LeBron on him.
There you go. I don't care if it doesn't look like the man tires out very easily. You put him on him, and you don't let that switch ever happen. There's multiple times that switch was coming up on the pick, and no one even touched LeBron, and he switched it. Like, you stick on KD, man. You don't let him have it. And if he makes shots over LeBron James, then guess what? You just say kudos, and you're over it. When you make shots on the Kevin Love, I'm not Kevin, he's just not fast, man. He can't just move as quickly. His reaction time isn't going to be as quick to jump up and try to get in front of the ball. But, man, they should have won that game last night. They were up 13 at halftime.
You're seeing two big things in this series right now. One, you 100% can buy a championship in the NBA. This team that Golden State has assembled, to me, is the best team I've personally ever seen. I'm not as big of a basketball fan or have watched as long as some of the people listening, but what you're seeing is a team that has so many players that can have those games that KD had the other night, so where the other players can. Steph was terrible.
Terrible.
He was terrible.
Absolutely terrible.
But you have those other players to where he can be terrible, and they're still got a chance and did win the game. Cleveland is the complete opposite end. If LeBron is having a bad night, they have zero chance of winning that game. They do not have a player on that team that LeBron can go out and put up 8 points and have a chance to win the game. It can't happen.
There's nobody. I mean, if they would have found, which I know this is just again, you're looking back at it again, and Kyrie Irving, you are a straight up punk. So, anyways, if you still had Kyrie, then you think there's a fighting chance, right? Because then you have another player that could put up 40 points. Kevin Love can still do his 20 points, 10 rebound game, and you're in the game with that type of person. But you're right, if LeBron James doesn't put up 40 points and Kevin doesn't do 20, who else would you trust to kind of fill that role? There isn't anybody. They have nobody.
There's nobody.
They have a bunch of fill-in role players that they were hoping they could find a way to kind of make it all gel and work, and it did there for a minute. The very first game, remember that first game when they did that? Whoa, my gosh, look at this. Jordan Clarkson's just draining threes, and Larry Nance is so athletic, and it looked really, really good. Rodney Hood was in it. I do think they did a good thing by putting Rodney Hood in the game, though. But I think a sweep is coming, bro. I don't think they're gonna. I don't think they can pull it off. They don't have the firepower. They just don't have the. I don't know how to describe it, but I don't know, man. When you're that close to another W in Cleveland, what are you gonna do? There's nothing else you can throw at them, can you? What else would you do? Who else would you play?
There's everything that they had was in that last game, and they still came up short.
They sure did.
And you got to imagine Steph Curry's not going to have back-to-back games like that. And I think the scariest thing of it all for a Cleveland fan is if they go out and get swept. I think at this point nobody expects them to win. It's just a matter of what game are they going to get eliminated.
Sure.
And Golden
no one's ever come back from a 3-0, and I don't expect. There's a 0% chance that will happen with this one. So yes,
but the scariest thing is what's going through LeBron's mind right now that he's in the finals. He has 100% completely put that city on his back to even get them to the finals.
Yep.
And this offseason, does he really want to keep doing that and still come up short as long as this Golden State team's together, which I don't anticipate in any of their big players going anywhere.
No.
Does he really want to keep doing that, or would he rather
wants to win,
finish out his career somewhere else where he can immediately go in and he's got those playmakers and he can pick and choose what team he thinks is going to work best? Here's the only thing that could change any of this stuff is if you get another big time player in Cleveland. That's the only way it's going to work. You have to. 100%. Another A+ star. It has to be somebody I don't even know if Paul George, because he's good, so maybe Paul George though. Maybe that's the best you could possibly get. But you have to get somebody like that in there for him to stay, or he is going to go to a Houston or I don't know, somewhere else where there's a better opportunity for him to kind of rally around some good players. Or maybe he even takes Paul George and himself and Chris Paul all go somewhere else to the Lakers. Who knows? You know what I mean? It's just. So here's a what if for you. Sure. So if you look at Boston, they made it as far as they did without Kyrie. Obviously, he is going nowhere. He is their current future star. Sure. Absolutely. Do you think they would be listening at what they could get for Tatum? No. Fuck no. Are you kidding me? He was the one who got them to where they were almost beating Cleveland. Nah. But when Kyrie comes back, nope. If they can get a first-round pick,
nope.
I think you got to throw it out,
man.
At least
Untouchable.
try.
I bet you he's untouchable. You could tell him, no, there's no way. They would probably listen for Jaylen Brown and maybe some other ones, but there's no way because once you have, look, think about that. Think about what you got. So you got Al Horford, good. Then you got Jaylen Brown's okay, right? Tatum, good. Gordon Hayward, pretty damn good. Kyrie Irving, very good. That's a team I wouldn't want to play. Cleveland wouldn't. If Gordon Howard is a Hayward, whatever the fuck his name, Hayward, and then Kyrie were there, do you think there's no way we would have won that? No way. No. They'd be playing the Warriors right now, and
I
probably
think
be a better
that's another
series.
thing working against the Cavs and LeBron is not only do you have to get to the finals and get through a Golden State, which you just kind of assume will be up there every year, but you've also got teams in your own conference that are getting better too. If, like we just said, if Boston had their full lineup, I don't.
No,
as good as LeBron is, and I think personally he's the best player that's ever played this game. I don't think they could have even made it to the finals.
I agree with that, though, man. Unfortunately, I agree with you.
Let me ask you this, and we've talked about it before, but we might have different answers from last time. Next year, is LeBron still in Cleveland?
Is this a what-if situation or just me saying yes or no?
This is, do you think he will be playing in Cleveland next year?
Yes.
Buddy, I've changed my answer since the last time we've discussed this. My answer originally was yes. I'm changing to a no.
So I'm kind of reverting to what you said last time, and I'm saying that Dan Gilbert is going to take it in the chin again with any luxury tax that he's going to get, and he is going to do whatever he can to bring one or two just prime time max players in there and dump whoever he needs to keep LeBron and keep Kevin Love. And I think they're kind of stuck with Tristan Thompson's contract, but you get those three, and then you get like a Chris Paul and a Paul George together, then I think you got something. Just saying.
I would love to see him. You got to figure out this contract, wherever it is he's going. That's where he's probably finishing up his career. But I got to think he wants more championships, and seeing the teams around him getting better, seeing that he is 100% having to do this completely on his own. The guy he has to go home and just pass out after every game when he hits that pillow. He has to instantly fall asleep.
Yeah,
he needs some other players, and
that's what I'm saying. I think they're going to do that. You can't
fault him. He's done. He's already given Cleveland everything they deserve for being a Cleveland. He fulfilled his promise and brought a championship to Cleveland. He did that. If they hadn't won a championship, I think it might raise the odds of him staying because he wants to bring Cleveland a championship. Mm-hmm. But he's done that.
I think they're going to find people to come there. I think they're going to get people to come there. I think that LeBron is going to court them enough to be like, look, man, this is where I want to finish out my career. It's my home. But I need you to be here to help me finish it and hand the torch off to you when I'm done. What would you do? Like KD already said that he would stay in Golden State, right? That's what they've been leading to that. What would you do if somehow, some way, LeBron figured out a way to get him to go to Cleveland?
So 100%, I don't see that happening. But let me reverse that on you. One of the teams that they have already said that he is going to have meetings with, is the Golden State Warriors. Mm-hmm. Do you lose any kind of respect for him if he goes to an already completely overloaded team and he joined the Golden State Warriors for the last few years of his career? To know,
I would kind of lose a little bit. A little of the legacy would go away, I think. A little bit of the legacy would kind of be tarnished just because of in a way, KD's is. Even though KD is a phenomenal player and they've won championships, I truly believe still that Golden State could have won championships without Kevin Durant. Maybe not last night won that game, but Golden State's just so good. They would have had somebody else. Instead of KD, they would have got somebody else. So, yeah, and he took a lot of shit for leaving and going there. He won his championship, but Golden State won the championship before he left. You know what I mean? So it's, I don't know. I think with all that, there is going to be a little bit of a tarnished look on him if he did do that, for sure.
I would lose some respect for him. I don't think he would actually do it, but that is one of the teams that's being reported that he's going to have a sit-down meeting with this Golden State, and I guess we'll have to see. But I honestly think he's going to be somewhere else playing next year. I hate to say it, and
I know.
Like I said, I'm not a huge basketball fan, but I do root for the Cavs, and I've been watching during the finals as much as I can. These damn games don't even start till 9 o'clock, but I got a feeling he's going to be. The finals has proven to him that he's got to go somewhere else if he wants to add some more rings before he hangs it up.
No, I get it, man. I get it. Well, we'll find out soon enough, man, 'cause I don't think it's going to be very much longer, and we'll start getting some ideas about it. But, well, you got anything else tonight, man? This is a good episode. Kind of goofy in the beginning, but I think it was kind of funny.
We got there. A little bit long, but we ended up getting there.
Well, good, man. Well, happy Father's Day to you coming up, but I think we'll try to do another podcast next week before Father's Day so we can talk a little bit more about Father's Day, maybe get some feedback on Instagram on what everyone plans to do for their Father's Day on that time. So, but again, you put out some stuff on our merch. Make sure you're going to brodadshop.com, checking out all the merch we have there. We got tons of t-shirts for kids, for men, for women. We got all kinds of stuff, so go check that out. Hit us up on Instagram. Go to Facebook. You still rocking Facebook, right?
We're rocking and rolling.
We got Facebook. We got Twitter. Still got to figure out Twitch. We talk about that stuff all the time, but we'll get Twitch one of these times, dude. But we'll figure this stuff out. We got us on YouTube. I mean, kind of all over the place, bro. So don't know what else to say, but you got anything else, dude?
I think that wraps up another episode.
That does wrap up another episode. Man, have fun this weekend at the wedding. But I don't know. Don't get too sloshed. But until next week.
We'll see what happens.
Until next week, everybody. We'll talk to you.
Join us next week for another epic episode of RDBT. Keep track of what we're doing on all social media at Real Dad Bro Talk. Till next time.
Show now.